Hi, this is a yearly overview for 2011 for everyone who is a Gemini or who has a Gemini ascendant. To find out your ascendant, you can follow the link that I've put below and go to my website, but you need to know your time of birth because the ascendant is very important. It's just as important as your sun sign. So for those of you who are Gemini or Gemini ascendants, this is the 2011 is going to be a very interesting year for you because this year the solar eclipses start happening. From this year they start happening in your sign Gemini. There will be a solar eclipse what a solar eclipse creates is actually all things come to an end, that all things are overthrown and come to an end, so a new beginning can be made. So and it's happening in your first and seventh house, which is your self-image, how you see yourself, how others see you. So for a lot of you there will be new beginnings this year, and something that really shakes up the foundation of your life and overthrows old patterns. And it's also happening in your seventh house, solar eclipse in the opposite sign. Seventh house is relationships. So especially around June, because this is when the solar eclipse happens, the month before and the month after June, your relationships will be tested, overthrown, and so a new beginning can be made for new relationships, and also your own self-image, your own where you're heading direction in life. So this will be an important month, remember it, Gemini. And those of you that will be most influenced are especially the ones born from the 30th of May till the 4th or 5th of June, because the solar eclipse falls exactly on your sun. So it's an important year, the middle of the year, for new starts, and for it might push you to, if you've been wanting to do things and you haven't had the courage to get out of old situations, stale situation, the solar eclipse will push you. And even though solar eclipses, they sound so scary, you know, they've always in the folklore world compared to something really negative, but they're just there to make space for a new beginning. But if you don't like changes, then it might be quite upsetting, especially for those, as I say, born from the 30th of May till the 4th or 5th of June. But the whole Gemini is going to feel it. And also those of you born from the 13th of June till the 19th of June, they'll also feel the the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in the opposite sign. So it will be more connected with their relationships, more shaking up the foundations of relationship. It's happening in June again. So I repeat, 13th of June till 19th of June, you might have a testing of your close personal relationships around the month June. Otherwise, Jupiter this year till May, from the beginning till May, is in your 11th house, Gemini. So it's a great time for socializing, for making new friends. 11th house is the house of friendships, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion, is the planet of opportunities, is the planet of positive. It brings you a lot of positive things. So you might acquire some new friends that will be good for you, that will be helpful. Or if you already, even if you're not open to new friends, you can really rely to fall back on your friends. They'll be helpful and they'll be there for you, and you will get a lot of positive feedback and interaction with your close people who you consider friends. 11th house is also house of benefactors, people who like you, who want to help you, and you can be quite lucky in finding a benefactor if that's what you're looking for someone to sponsor you, to help you in creative ideas, in business. And it's also the house that is wages. So, you know, it's quite a lot of different things, but it's called the house of of wages. So basically, some of you can apply for this increase in salary, and you'll be much luckier, especially around April, May, because 6 planets will be in your 11th house. So then a lot of influx of energy goes there, and things can get moving You know, if you've been dissatisfied with your salary, your wages can be increased, something can get moving there, or also a lot of movement around friends, around associates, people who want to help you. And I would advise you, for those of you who believe in their luck, to play the lottery this year, especially April, May. Again, because 11th house, where all the action is happening for you till the middle of the year, it's called pennies from heaven. Basically, this is the lottery. So you can, the really lucky ones of you can really have it great, because Jupiter is the planet of luck, and it's there. So why not play the lottery? Or those of you who are relying, this is the area where the government's money, if you're relying on government grants, you might have a better chance this year to receive some. But as I said, act before June, because after that, Jupiter goes out from that house, and all the positive things it brings will not be there anymore. So acting in all these areas is still June. If you want to repair relationships, bad relationship with friends, it's a great time till June. New friendships, expansion of your social circle, networking, becoming much more popular with people, and finding benefactors. Just don't miss all these socializing and these social circles, because you can benefit a lot there from being among people, and something really good can come out from social interaction. We have otherwise Saturn from 2010 started. It's in your 5th house, and it's going to be there till 2011 as well, 2012. So maybe these issues already started cropping up from 2010. Some of you felt them, and the tendency will continue this year, 2011. 5th house, Saturn brings troubles to the surface. Not new troubles, but things that were seething under the surface, and that were not okay, that were not good for your life. It brings the source to the surface. So 5th house is problems with children can crop up. Those of you who have children maybe had to, maybe children are moving out, or they're having some difficulties. You have to help them in some way. It's also 5th house is the house of love and romance. I'm not talking serious relationship, I'm talking about having fun. So maybe a lot of you noticed already that you're much more serious in approaching your fun. You're not wasting your time on frivolous, partying and dancing and, getting drunk, but you're much more responsible with the way you have fun. And it's also romance, but if you're getting into romance, Saturn is a very serious planet, so you will not go for one night stands or lightly experiences. You would want to go for serious fun. It's like serious romantic entanglement, and very possible with with an older or wiser, more mature partner, someone who is more Capricorn-like, who has a Capricorn features in him, who is mature, more serious, more responsible, more reserved, but you are not into the light types of fun. You are into the serious romantic fun, and into the less likely to have one-night stands affairs, and the breezy ones, much more serious. Those of you who are creative, Saturn puts kind of a slow down to your creativity. But don't worry, it's a natural process, It's you're not so spontaneous in expressing. The ideas don't, come out to the surface so much. But if with persistency, and if you put yourself under pressure and regime, you can accomplish a lot, creatively speaking, this year, for the creative ones of you, of course. Because this is only, it will come if you force yourself. If you do a regime, it will not come spontaneous ideas off the top of your head. You have to be more under regime, under structure, but then you can work much harder at achieving your creative goals. So basically, this is the overview for you, Gemini. As I said, the solar eclipses happening in June will be felt by quite a few of you, for ending old things, starting new ones. Jupiter in 11th house, friendship, expansion with social circles, and financially for some of you it will be positive. And Saturn, fifth house issues, that's where the difficulties are. That's like sorting out things with children, creatively, and more serious romantic relationship. So it's a good year for you, Gemini. I don't see anything too difficult or scary. So enjoy 2011.